This is not an accident that your eyes are here right now. God says this is for you, not for anyone else, and you must not try to skip this, because skipping this means skipping the warning, skipping the healing, and skipping the very rescue your soul is crying out for. Don't lie to yourself. You've been asking God for a sign, for clarity, for a voice louder than the confusion in your chest, and now heaven itself is bending down to speak to you. The Lord says, "My child, hear this, don't harden your heart, don't try to run, because I know what you've been feeling, I know the ache that sits heavy in your body at night, I know the questions you've been asking when you're too exhausted to even cry anymore." God says you already know something is wrong. You feel it in your bones, you feel it in the way His words don't line up with His actions, you feel it in the way there is always another shadow in His life, another presence you can't shake off no matter how much you try to silence your intuition. God says, don't you dare dismiss the whispers I put inside you. That is not paranoia, that is not weakness, that is my spirit alerting you to the truth. He says He loves you, but He is still keeping her, and that contradiction is the very wound I'm trying to pull you out of before it destroys your heart. God says, you keep asking, why can't love be enough? Why can't He just choose me, just honor me, just give me what He promised? But my child, listen, when a man says, I love you, while still holding on to someone else, what he's really saying is, I love the comfort of you, I love the parts of me you heal, but I will not surrender my divided heart. And I, your Father, never called you to be second, never called you to live beneath the weight of another woman's shadow. I never called you to settle for half a love when I made you for the fullness of it. You've been bargaining with your own soul, telling yourself maybe she's just temporary, maybe he'll change, maybe if you give more, forgive more, bend more, He will finally release her. But God says, how long will you keep waiting in the hallway of broken promises? How long will you keep hoping for what His actions keep denying you? I did not make you to beg for loyalty, I did not make you to compete for attention, I did not make you to live in cycles of apology and disappointment. My daughter, you are not chosen when you are shared. You are not honored when you are compared. God says, I see how deeply you love, I see the way you've tried to believe in Him even when believing cost you your peace. You have given, and given, and given until your hands are empty and your heart is bruised. And you keep telling yourself that if you just hold on a little longer, maybe the scales will tip in your favor. But I am telling you today, this is not the love I planned for you. This is not the covenant I dreamed over your life. This is not the man who will carry your soul as if it were his own treasure. Don't miss this. Every time you excuse His divided loyalty, you are teaching yourself to live on crumbs. Every time you pretend you don't see the other woman's presence, you bury your own worth a little deeper. Every time you believe His excuses instead of your own discernment, you silence the voice of God within you. And I cannot allow you to keep breaking the spirit I put inside you. That spirit is mine, and I will fight for it even when you don't. God says, I know you're afraid. Afraid that if you let go, you will be alone. Afraid that no one will love you the way he does. Afraid that you've already invested too much time, too many tears, too many years to just walk away. But my child, do you not know who I am? I am the one who gives beauty for ashes. I am the one who restores the years the locust has eaten. I am the one who writes stories of redemption where the enemy wrote endings of despair. You think letting him go means losing everything, but what if letting him go is the doorway to the love I've been saving for you all along? God says, stop worshiping the potential of what he could be, and start facing the reality of what he is showing you now. Stop waiting for him to become the man he has already chosen not to be. Stop holding on to the fantasy when the truth is right in front of you. He loves you, yes, but love without loyalty is poison. He keeps her, yes, and as long as he does, he cannot give you the fullness of himself. You are not crazy for wanting more, you are not selfish for demanding honesty, you are not wrong for walking away from divided love. I, the Lord, will not let this word pass you by. If you keep staying in this half-love, you will keep losing yourself. If you keep excusing what he keeps hiding, you will keep eroding the very soul I gave you. And if you think you can pray away her presence while he still welcomes her into his life, then you are praying against his free will, and I will not override what he has chosen. My child, you deserve a man who chooses you without hesitation, who closes every other door, who protects your heart as fiercely as he protects his own. You deserve a love that mirrors my love for you, whole, faithful, jealous in its devotion, pure in its intentions. And God says, don't think I haven't seen your tears on the nights when you knew something was off. Don't think I haven't heard the way you cry out to me when his silence feels like rejection. Don't think I haven't noticed the way you shrink yourself just to keep the peace, the way you ignore your own needs just to hold on to him. I am here to tell you, enough. You are not invisible to me, you are not overlooked, and you are not disposable. You are my child, my beloved, my chosen, and I will not allow you to remain in a place that breaks you. Listen, this message is not for tomorrow, not for later, not for when it's convenient. This message is for right now. The urgency you feel in your chest is me. The pounding of your heart is me. The trembling in your spirit is me. I am saying, it's time. Time to see the truth, time to stop settling, time to rise up in the worth I placed inside you. He may love you, but if he is still keeping her, then he has already shown you his priorities. Believe him the first time. Believe the evidence in front of you. Believe the spirit I placed within you that keeps telling you this is not where your story ends. I promise you, my child, if you trust me enough to walk away from divided love, I will bring you into a season of wholeness you've never known before. I will restore your laughter, I will heal your heart, I will send a love that will not compete with shadows. I will give you peace that doesn't depend on someone else's choices. But you must trust me enough to let go of what is breaking you. Don't think you can fix him by loving harder. Don't think you can erase her by praying longer. Don't think you can win this battle by sacrificing more of yourself. This is not your battle. This is his choice. And until he chooses truth, until he chooses loyalty, until he chooses covenant, you cannot build a future with him. God says, I am warning you because I love you too much to let you waste more time. You've already delayed your healing by holding on to him. You've already delayed your blessing by ignoring what I showed you. But today, if you will listen, if you will obey, if you will trust me, I will open the floodgates of release over your life. And I say to you with urgency, don't skip this, don't dismiss this, don't scroll past this as if it's just another word. This is heaven grabbing your face, looking into your eyes, and saying, wake up, my child. See the truth. Choose yourself the way I chose you. Love yourself the way I love you. Protect yourself the way I protect you. He loves you, but he is keeping her. And as long as he is keeping her, he cannot fully keep you. And I, the Lord your God, did not call you to live halfway. I called you to fullness, to abundance, to covenant love that mirrors my eternal faithfulness. Choose today whom you will serve, his divided heart, or the God who wants to give you everything. This is the message. Take it. Don't let it slip away. Your freedom is waiting. Your miracle is waiting. Your real love is waiting. But first, you must walk away from what is not yours. God says, keep listening, because there are things I must still reveal to you that will change the way you think about this entire chapter of your life. I am not just pointing out the problem so you feel worse, I am exposing the rot so I can replace it with something pure. There is a reason your heart won't settle for crumbs, because I built you for banquet love, not for late-night leftovers. There is a reason your spirit screams when you see the other woman's name on his phone or sense her scent in the corners of your life, because I put a guard inside you that was never meant to be silenced by compromise. God says, the moment you decide to protect your heart, doors will start to open. You will find yourself drawing boundaries without apology. You will begin to speak truth calmly and firmly. You will stop allowing his explanations to become your peace. You will learn the holy art of saying no to what diminishes you. And when you start practicing this, people will respond to the new version of you. Some will respect you for it, others will resent you, and that reaction will tell you everything you need to know. Those who leave because you choose yourself were never meant to stay. Those who remain will either change or reveal themselves fully. Both are mercies. God says, I know your mind will race with questions. What if I leave and regret it? What if I lose the life I built? What if I'm too old to start over? My child, these are lies dressed up as possibilities to keep you small. I don't call you to risk recklessly, I call you to risk with me. If I ask you to step away from something that breaks you, I will not leave you stranded in the wilderness. I will be your guide, your provision, your shelter. I will replace the pain with purpose and the loss with a harvest. Trusting me may feel like stepping off a cliff, but I will catch you. I am not the God of confusion, I am the God of clarity and abundant life. God says, practical things must happen now. Don't wait for Him to change His calendar, change His phone habits, change His priorities. Change yours. Guard your time. Reclaim your nights. Stop sharing intimate details that will only be used to tie you in. Stop making excuses for being treated as an option. Stop putting His mood above your dignity. Stop answering calls at 3 a.m. that leave you shaking for days. Stop believing the "I'm sorry" that isn't followed by different behavior. Love without freedom is not love, it's captivity disguised by pretty words. God says, learn to grieve what might have been and celebrate what will be. The grief is holy because it honors the dream you had. It is right to cry for the future you thought you would have. But do not stay stuck in mourning. Release that vision to me and watch how I will birth a new one. Your tears are not wasted, they are the waters that will water new soil inside you. In that new soil will grow a love that is simple and true, a friendship that is fierce and loyal, a partnership that honors the promises you value. God says, get help. You were not meant to walk this alone. Seek wise counsel, not from those who will tell you what you want to hear, but from those who will tell you what you need to hear. Find friends who will hold you accountable to your dignity. Find a pastor or a counselor who will help you process the shame, the fear, the pattern. If you need to step away physically for a season, do it. If you need to block numbers, do it. If you need to move out of shared spaces, do it. These are not acts of petty vengeance, they are acts of self-rescue. Self-rescue is holy when done with my guidance. God says, don't confuse solitude with loneliness. Solitude with me is a refining fire. In the quiet, I will reteach you who you are apart from a man's affection. You will remember your laugh, your dreams, your boundaries, your non-negotiables. You will find the parts of you that were dulled by compromise and you will polish them again. Solitude is where the new you is formed, where you will meet the one who respects the songs in your heart rather than stealing them. God says, watch for how He responds to the truth. When you speak your heart with courage, not with accusation but with clarity, watch what follows. If He chooses to be honest, to sever ties, to change His patterns, I will rejoice with you, and healing will begin. But if He continues to hedge, to hide, to reconcile words with actions that don't match, then know this clearly, His choices are the map of His heart, and you are wise to follow the map, not the promises that dissolve like mist. You are not being unfaithful to love when you act in obedience to truth. You are being faithful to yourself and to the kind of love you were created for. God says, forgive, but do not forget in a way that lets the same wound be reopened. Forgiveness is for you, it releases bitterness from your hands, but it doesn't require you to re-enter a situation that will keep hurting you. Mercy and wisdom must walk together. Forgive so you can fly, not so you can be bound again. God says, prepare your heart to receive better. Start making room in your life for someone who will choose you fully. Start practicing habits that will attract a mature love. Value yourself, keep your promises, be present emotionally, treasure loyalty. Pray not for someone to fill a hole, but for someone to stand with you in the fullness of life. Ask me to remove anything in you that would fearfully cling to divided love. Ask me to raise your standards, not to starve you of love but to equip you to steward a love that is whole. God says, there will be ugly seasons, gossip, accusations, pressure from others to reconcile, a desire to protect his reputation at your expense. Stand firm. Do not allow public opinion to rewrite your private truth. You answer to me first, and I will honor your courage. I will bring vindication where needed, and I will bring true allies into your story, people who see your value and will help you rebuild, not people who tell you to shrink. God says, your future spouse, if I choose to bring one, will not be the man you try to fix. He will be the man you can rest beside, the man whose heart is closed to no one but you. He will not complicate your life with secret attachments, he will clear his path so that your love can breathe. He will show you what fidelity looks like in the little things, because big promises without small proofs are empty. Hold out for that man. Pray for him. But more than anything, prepare to be the woman worthy of that kind of respect, whole, healed, and worshipful of the covenant. God says, this is urgent but not hopeless. I am standing at the crossroads of your decision. I do not force your will, I illuminate it. I will not make your choices for you, but I will empower you to make the ones that lead to freedom. If today you say, I will no longer be shared, I will move on your behalf. If today you decide to start living like the beloved I declared you to be, I will rearrange circumstances to reflect my word. God says, one final thing, when you choose yourself, you will not be punished by the universe. You will be celebrated by heaven. Your courage will become a lighthouse for other women watching, stuck in their own rooms of unspoken pain. Your story of choosing dignity over division will become a testimony that saves hearts and resets expectations. Do not underestimate the ripple effect of your obedience. God says, come. Come with your trembling, your doubts, your suitcase of broken promises. Come exactly as you are. I will meet you there. I will tape the cracks and paint a new horizon. I will teach your heart how to beat again with clarity, how to love without fear, how to wait without settling. He may love you now, but as long as he keeps her, he cannot love you the way you were made to be loved. Choose the full love. Choose the God who will not let you be shared. Now stand up. Breathe. Take the next right step, even if it is small. Close the door you keep opening, answer with truth, and step into the life that honors the voice I planted inside you. Your healing begins the moment you decide you deserve more. My child, this is your call. This is your rescue. This is your turning. God says, keep listening, because the battle for your heart is real, but so is the victory that awaits you. I see how many nights you've spent staring at the ceiling, replaying his words, imagining what could have been, holding on to every "I love you" like a lifeline while your spirit sinks under the weight of divided attention. I say to you now, do not let those words keep you imprisoned. Words without action are wind. Your Father says, believe what you see, not what you hope. Believe the patterns, not the promises. He loves you, yes, but his love is fragmented. And my child, you were never made to live in halves. God says, every time you make excuses for him, you are teaching yourself that your heart can be optional. Every time you convince yourself he's trying, or he'll change, you are lying to the soul I breathed into you. Your intuition is not faulty. That nagging, uncomfortable knowing, that is me, warning you before you get too entangled. Do not dismiss the discomfort. That feeling is my love protecting you from a prolonged heartbreak. I am begging you, honor it, act on it, and do not allow fear to paralyze you. God says, he may plead, he may cry, he may say anything to keep you nearby, but the truth is in his choices. Words can be sewn like fine silk, but actions are the fabric of reality. And if he continues to keep her, continues to compartmentalize you, continues to hedge his heart, then know this clearly, this is not a man who will ever be fully yours. God says, do not settle for partial devotion. Partial love is not love, it is a chain, heavy and painful, designed to distract you from what I have planned. God says, I am calling you to a higher standard, not because I am punishing you, but because I love you fiercely. I am calling you to recognize your worth, to demand respect, to expect loyalty. And when you act on this calling, doors will open that you never imagined. People will see you differently. You will walk differently. Your spirit will rise. Those who are meant to stay will stay, those who are not, will fall away, revealing the truth of their hearts and giving you clarity. God says, guard your time and your space. Do not let him occupy both if he cannot be faithful to you. Your nights are precious. Your dreams are sacred. Your mornings are holy. Stop letting someone else's divided love invade the temple of your heart. Set boundaries that honor your soul. Stop late-night calls that leave you shaking. Stop constant check-ins that drain you. Stop bending yourself into forms you were never meant to fit. Boundaries are not cruelty. Boundaries are protection. And your Father is urging you to build walls around your heart that only the worthy can enter. God says, do not fear solitude. Solitude is where you will meet me in ways you never have before. In quiet moments, I will remind you of your value. In empty spaces, I will plant seeds of joy, laughter, and creativity. In silence, you will remember your dreams, your passions, your soul's blueprint, things that may have been dulled by compromise and hope for someone else. Solitude is holy. It is the nursery for the life I am preparing for you. God says, watch for how he reacts when confronted with truth. Speak your heart with courage, clarity, and calmness. If he chooses honesty, accountability, and change, then the healing can begin, but do not mistake temporary effort for true commitment. If he hesitates, hedges, or hides, then you must act in obedience to me, not to the fear of being alone. Your obedience to truth is your shield. Your courage to walk away from divided love is your sword. Do not compromise it. God says, forgive, but guard yourself. Forgiveness does not mean returning to what breaks you. It does not mean reopening doors that will wound your soul again. Forgiveness is for your freedom, your clarity, your peace. You are releasing bitterness, not inviting betrayal. Mercy and wisdom must coexist. Forgive so you can soar, not so you can fall again.